This week we saw Laura Ingraham come under attack from the left's new darling, David Hogg. Basically, Ingraham made fun of him, he got pissed off, and he sicked his 650,000 Twitter followers on her. Some advertisers canceled their spots and Laura apologized, but David said no dice. So because she called him a whiner, she might lose her job. This is nothing new. We've had a ton of boycotts. Usually the hysterics calling for them are the LGBT activists. In 2014, a friend asked me to help boycott Stolichnaya and all Russian vodka, because apparently Russia was being mean to gays. I said, but Stoli isn't even made in Russia. So what, he said, we're trying to send a message. He didn't care at all that some gay Latvian dude might get laid off at the Stoli factory. He wanted blood and didn't really care whose blood it was. The LGBT hitmen or hit women or genderless hit people love to boycott. They went after Chick-fil-A for their stand on gay marriage. They forced Firefox to can their CEO, Brendan Eich, just by threatening a boycott. Their intersectional pals over at Crazy Feminism went after Hobby Lobby just as hard over their decision to not pay for certain types of contraception for their employees. And then, when the Supreme Court upheld Hobby Lobby, the gay activists went after them too for I don't even know what for. The feminists have been headhunting for years. Lawrence Summers was forced out as president of Harvard for saying that perhaps there were differences between men and women that caused them to choose one career over another. Years later, James Damore lost his career at Google for saying the same thing. There is no science that disputes what these liberal men said, but they were punished anyway. The list goes on and on. Food Network chef Paula Deen was said to have used the N-word long ago, and so she was ruined by the left. Kurt Schilling expressed conservative views off-air and was fired from ESPN. This stuff's been going on since Al Campanis and Jimmy the Greek got run out of sports. And let's not forget the bakers and florists and photographers sued into bankruptcy for opting out of gay weddings. Up until now, the left has not had a way to silence the right about guns, but they do now. With the Parkland shooting, they have introduced their new secret weapon, children. Just like you can't criticize blacks or gays or women, you cannot criticize a kid. I don't know much about Laura Ingraham. I don't own a TV, and I've only heard her on the radio a few times. But she's an opinion talk host, and opinions are protected speech. Hers is a news show, and it's vulnerable. If we let David Hogg and the vicious left shut down a woman who apologized for her fairly mild remarks, we're in trouble. Free speech is in trouble. It's one thing to trade insults, but going after a person's livelihood? That's hitting below the belt. Listen, David Hogg is a 17-year-old. He's not an expert at anything but self-promotion. He's sworn to get Laura Ingraham off the air because she hurt his feelings. And it's all about him, after all. But David Hogg is a smart kid, and he has some advice for us.
No matter who somebody is, no matter how big or powerful they may seem, a bully is a bully, and it's important that you stand up to them.
I think you're right, David. We should stand up to bullies. But who's the real bully here? Someone who sends a nasty tweet? Or the guy who's trying to destroy someone's career? You're not supporting our page? Really? Really?